It's my birthday, Usagi. We're gonna eat some cake. You want some cake? Okay, here. Nom 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 nom. That was some good cake, right, Usagi? Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Collector's Corner. If you are new to my channel or you don't know what Collector's Corner is a segment on my channel that I do monthly that showcases collectors and their fandoms, whether it be dolls, whether it be figures, whether it be shoes, whether it be cards, whatever it may be that you collect or whoever comes on and collabs with me and they want to showcase. That is basically what Collector's Corner is. And what I like about it is I get to see what other people collect and what other people are interested in. And it just really gives me a like, wow, that's interesting kind of thing. And I want to showcase that on my channel, and I want to showcase the person that is showcasing their collection. Now, this episode of Collector's Corner is going to be a little bit different because it is my birthday month and I am celebrating my birthday month, and I will be showcasing yours truly. And I am going to be doing things a little bit different. If you are somebody who has been on my channel, you know I do a lot of Monster High dolls, a lot of Disney dolls, reviews, and it's more specific in the doll realm. But this one, I wanted to change it up and do something that you may not know I collect or I have in my collection, because it does go more than just dolls. Now, let's go ahead and get into my top 5. But before I do, and before I forget, I want to take a moment to thank all of my current subscribers who have subscribed to my channel and supported me. Thank you so much. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're just here for the vibes, hit the like button. It definitely helps out my channel. Now, let's go ahead, see what my top 5 is, and curious if any of y'all collect these things as well. Let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, so now I changed cameras just to be a little bit different and give y'all some different angles, I guess. But usually what I do is I like to showcase the collector first and get to know them a little bit more. So for those who are new to my channel, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a new-ish content creator. I've been around on YouTube for about a year and a couple months. I started off my channel as a collection review. I believe my first review was the live-action Ariel limited edition doll, and then I also did movie reviews with my partner when I first started. Now, I decided that that route was kind of a little bit a lot for me and my partner, because my partner is very busy. So I was like, well, what can I do on top of collection reviews? And so I dabbled around and I was like, wait, I watch gamers. I watch gaming content creators. I find that very enjoyable, and I myself am a gamer. So why not go into the gaming content creator route? So my channel is now focused on gaming as well as collections. So that is basically what you'll find here on my channel. I am also a big fan of Sailor Moon and all that other stuff, which I do showcase on my channel as well here and there. And that's essentially who I am and what I provide as a content creator. Now, we are going to start off with my number 5 position in my top 5 that is non-doll specific. And that is, well, one is doll, so well, essentially non-doll specific. But this is my number 5. And if y'all are familiar or aren't familiar with who this is Jimbo, which is one of my favorite drag queens in the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise. And I'm going to give you some B-film here, and we have Casper, the baloney ghost. We have the entrance of Jimbo when he first started on Canada's Drag Race, and then we have the one from the recent All-Stars as Shirley Temple. And on the Shirley Temple, I did get to meet Jimbo with my partner and see their performance, and I was able to get it signed. It says, love you, Ryan, XO Jimbo. Very, very, very great person and down-to-earth person that I've met from the Drag Race franchise. Of course, I also love Jinx, and the list can go on and on because I have a lot of favorites like Shangela, Trixie, you know, all of those. But yes, this is my number 5, and I love how you could just squish them. Squish, 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 squish. But out of all 3 of them, this one's my favorite, of course. I got my partner one of these as well. But it's really cute. And then, you know what, sometimes if you got mad, you gotta squish a drag queen's head, right? But that is my number 5 that I wanted to showcase to y'all. Let me know if you do watch the RuPaul's Drag Race franchise, which drag queen is your favorite, or if there's a drag queen that's not in the franchise that you'd like to see in the franchise, or if there's a drag queen that you like, let me know in the comments below. I can check them out for sure. Now my number 4. My number 4 is going to be a little bit different. Y'all probably wouldn't think I would showcase this, but my number 4 are these shoes. These are NOBULL shoes, and if you are somebody who knows me in real life, this is the brand of shoe that I wear consistent at the gym, everyday life. This is the shoe, but out of all the shoes that I own of NOBULL, this is probably my favorite. And this design, I actually have 2 pairs of these ones, but this one is a blush pink. You get the blush pink laces. It also comes with an extra set of laces that matches the sole of the shoe, and that's what majority of them are. These are the trainer version, so you get like this kind of protection on top, and I believe it's for like if maybe you drop a weight on it or something like that. That's what I think. But I just love this design. I bought my first pair a long time ago. I think it was 4 years ago, maybe give or take. But I was like, I really want these shoes again because the other ones are getting dirty. Now, these ones re-released and I believe are available again now as of filming this, which is July 21st. But these are my favorite ones, and I had to get 2 just in case something happened. But I have a lot of these shoes in my closet and under my bed. So I would say I am a collector of NOBULL. So that was my number 4. Okay, so on to my number 3. So my number 3 comes from Pop Mart. Now, some of y'all may have seen some of my unboxing of blind boxes of Pop Mart. Their figures, I just love their figures, and I love their overall brand and what they produce. So this one really, I was so upset when I first missed out, but I did get it. So let's go ahead and show you what it is. It is the Cheer Up Baby Pride collection, and this is the plush doll, and I absolutely love this. So as some of y'all may know, I love dogs, and this, I believe, is a dog or a representation of a dog, but I love the teardrops on it. It's so sad in the cheekies. It's so cute. I just want to pinch his cheekies and make him smile again. But as someone who is a part of the LGBT community, I had to have this, and when I missed out the first time, I was very I kept thinking about it, and usually my thought process is like, if you keep thinking about it, you want it. And it took me a while to get it because it did come in and out of stock, but it got into stock and I purchased it and it sold out again. But I'm so happy and thankful I was able to get this into my collection because I am a very big Pop Mart fan, and this plushie, all of it, I just needed it. I love dogs, and it's the rainbow, and he's crying, and I just want to make him happy. But this is my number 3. So cute, really cute, and it did come with a keychain as well. If not with it, but you could purchase it on its own. I didn't get that, unfortunately, but I still am on the lookout for that one for sure because I want to clip it on my backpacks. But this is my number 3. Now, my number 2. So my number 2 and my number 1, I went back and forth, and this one would have been my number 1. And I'll tell you why my number 1 is my number 1 when we get to it. But this is my number 2, and this would have been my number 1. So let me just stop rambling and saying the same thing over and over, and let me just show you. I am like holding my breath right now. So this is my number 2, and it's heavy. I'm going to just set it here for right now. You are going to get some B film of this. But this is my number 2. And this is a limited edition Sailor Moon figure made by Gakabox. I'll go ahead and post their Instagram here if you want to go ahead and give them a follow. They do make these high quality resin figures. I believe they're resin figures. Everything is so good on this. This is Sailor Stars figure, and Sailor Stars is my favorite season of Sailor Moon. So this was a must-have for me. So we have the feathers. We have the plaque here that does have a magnet that can come off if you wish. The compact in the middle with the translucent gem-like feels here. It's really great. And then this base has a pillar in the back. I love the gold coating of it. The feathers that go around Sailor Moon. Then the whole paint job is really well done. We have like the shadows in the ripples of the skirt. We have that chrome like red around the sleeves. It's just a really neat paint job. You can see it's professionally done. It's very, very fragile. It came in this big box. It's in my closet. I'm not gonna take it out, but it came in this big box. The wings are beautiful. You do have to piece it together. I believe the earrings came separate, like off of it as well, so you had to put them on. The face does interchange, which I'll show you in a moment. The back does have this ribbon as well that flows through. Definitely have to be careful. I did unfortunately break it. It snapped, but I glued it back together with an adhesive glue. So now it's intact. And that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna touch it. Let me not touch it as much as I can to showcase it. But it is such a beautiful, high quality figure, and it wasn't cheap. It wasn't, but I had to have it, and I'm so glad that it's in my collection. But like I had mentioned, it does come with an interchangeable face, so you can. It's with her eyes closed. It's really beautiful. You just take off this headpiece here, and it's a magnet on the other side, and it just clips, it just magnetizes in, and you can have her with her eyes closed. And I just love this pose. I think other stuff came with it. It's just in the box, and I'm not going to dig through it all, but I did want to showcase this for y'all because this is definitely something that I will not get rid of at all. It is definitely a high, what should I say? It's definitely one of the most most, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it's basically one of the most precious items in my collection that if I had to choose something to sell, it wouldn't be this. This would probably be the last thing that I sell. So that's probably what I'm going on the lines of. But this is my number 2. Definitely close to number 1. But my number 1, let me show you what that is. I'm gonna leave her right here for right now, because I don't want to, I don't want any little thing to happen, because it is very fragile, and any little thing that it gets snagged on, it has the potential of breaking. So I'm gonna leave you here, okay? Just stay here. Now, my number 1. My number 1 is something dear to me, because it was one of my first ever customs that I made, and I was really proud of it. So let me show y'all. So I'm going to show y'all what it is. Now, this cute thing is Midna, and she is from the Legend of Zelda series. Specifically, she is from Twilight Princess. I personally started the game, but I never finished it. But this character's aesthetic was one of my favorites in the Legend of Zelda series. And it was just so, like, I love the way she looks. So this base is the Tinkerbell animator doll, and I hand painted all of this. And it does need some touch-up paint, as you can probably see. It's an older custom that I did years ago. I went through a phase where I did a lot of customs, like animator. You might even see in my video when I changed the camera again that I did an Usagi custom as well. But this one was my first one I've ever done. I did the headpiece out of dry clay. So I etched in all of this design. It's 3D, so I did a base clay here, and then I did some top parts of the clay, and it was just like all of this. I had to like mold it to the head here to get it fit correctly. So it's not like the highest quality, but for somebody who did their first custom of a doll, hand-painted character, sculpting, all that, I think I did a pretty dang good job. I love the face that I have for her. It's so cute. I tried to get the dimensions perfectly, but like I mentioned, she does need a retouch with the paint. I don't know if maybe I'll create another one. Maybe I'll do another one with how my skills are now. Now, I'm no doll repaint person that's like out of this world, but maybe let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that, and maybe I can record it and show y'all my process. But this is the Tinkerbell doll, and it's very basic to me because I didn't have to sew anything, and Midna is a character that doesn't really have clothes on. But this is definitely my number 1. It is something close to me because it was an accomplishment that I made and something that I wanted but didn't think I can do, and I really love the turnout of this doll. But yes, this is my number 1. Now, I do have a bonus that I wanted to showcase to y'all, and I don't know if some of y'all know. I know a couple of y'all know, but my favorite genre of music is K-pop, and my favorite group is Twice. So I have here the Twice Candy Bong, and it is just something that I just love, because Twice funny enough, Blackpink was one of the groups that I first liked. Well, let me retract, because Girls' Generation was the first one, and then like Twice, Blackpink kind of were together, but then like Blackpink wasn't really my go-to, and I love Blackpink, don't get me wrong, but Twice, all their songs, their members, the show, like all of that like made me a once. And this candy bong is just so cute. It changes, it moves. You get to, on the back, you can circle it to change to the color of each of the members' designated colors. So there we go. And then it's just something near to me. But I also wanted to mention that I went to their latest worldwide tour, and this is also a part of my, let's get that. It is, let me get my big head out of there. It is a pin that I made of the group, and what specifically I love about this, it's always gonna be a memory in my mind. When I went to their concert, there was no like meet and greet kind of thing. You just had the pre-show, the sound check with the girls, and you didn't really get to interact with them besides like on stage. But if you've seen my review of the Twice concert, I had the privilege with my long arms reaching across the barrier, handing the pin that I made to Chewy. And it was just, it's something that I will never forget. Like, my favorite K-pop group now has, or at least one of the members has, a pin that I made. I didn't do the artwork. The artwork was made by another creator. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but if I can find her socials, if she's still on socials, I'll go ahead and post it here as well as in the comments below if I can find it. But I no longer am in the pin community, but this is definitely one of the things that I'm going to cherish because of the events that happened, and it's just really a remembrance piece to that day, and how it meant a lot to me for them to even take it, and now they have that with them. But that is my top 5 that are non-doll. I mean, Midna was a doll, but I don't count that because it's something that I made and I customized. So that's why I'm saying that this is a non-doll top 5 of mine. Now, let's go ahead and close out this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. But let me change cameras because, I don't know, I want to give that aesthetic of a different kind of vibe there. Who knows? I'm just being dumb. And that was my top 5 for this special episode of Collector's Corner. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you have any of these items, if you collected any of these items, what your thoughts are on the items. I'm curious as to your thoughts. If you want to be featured on an episode of Collector's Corner, I do have a Discord you can join. It should be in my description. If you're having issues with that link, go ahead and message me on Instagram or email me, which is also in my channel description, and I can send that on over to you. You can also find me on Twitch, which is the same name as my YouTube with underscores instead of the dot. And you can send me a whisper there if you ever want to collab as well. It doesn't have to be Collector's Corner. It can be gaming. I'm open to collabing with y'all, and we can work something out. I definitely like putting myself out there and getting to know other people in the community that share the same interests as me. And if I don't have the same interests as you collector-wise, message me and we can get you on an episode of Collector's Corner so we can showcase that. I would love that. But anyways, thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy birthday to myself and to all those July babies out there. And to anybody whose birthday is any date of the year. Can't leave y'all out. But thank y'all for coming in. As always, I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today. And remember to stay kind to yourself. Simply Rye, out.